Day 153. My name is McDad. This is the journey of 0 to 1 billion. If you're new to this, I basically just talk about my business every single day. Just me building my business. And business model is LBOs. We're buying businesses using leverage. We're basically creating a private equity firm in a sense, but it's a roll-up. Anyways, if you're new to this, guys, this is going to be a very confusing video for you if you're new to this, right? But for the people that know what's going on, I got a couple interesting things I'd like to talk about today. And you guys could judge me if you like, but it's kind of all over the place, really. So today, I made almost $600 by accident. That has nothing to do with my job. It has nothing to do with LBOs. Just like, it literally happened by accident. I swear, that's the best way to explain it. Just by accident. You know, in life, almost nothing happens by accident. So it's kind of funny that I'm saying that. But I didn't expect it to do anything. So let me explain. So every single day I talk about what I do. So I'll start it off like that. Today I had 2 meetings with sellers. Sellers as in people that own businesses that are looking to sell it. So I had those meetings early in the morning, really early. And I'm so tired right now, man. Right now it's 11:58. I just got another notification. This is crazy. 11:58. And yeah, so the meeting, I had 2 of them. One of them I was actually looking forward to it, and the other one I wasn't too sure about it, right? So the first one I was like getting ready, and I was like waiting for the guy on the Zoom call, and I'm like texting him, and he's telling me like, oh, I think this is the wrong day for the meeting, blah, blah, blah. Like, I thought the meeting was today, but it was actually Wednesday. But anyways, nonetheless, he was like, I got some time right now, let's talk. And we spoke, and this guy, he's a business owner. He owns a business that does between 1 to 2 million in revenue. They're in Waco, Central Texas. And there's 3 owners. But this guy he was not a very motivated seller, to say the least. He was not motivated at all. He had 2 businesses. He sold one of them back in 2021, and he sold it for like an insane multiple. If you don't know what a multiple is, they take the profit that you make from the business, they multiply it, and that's how they determine the valuation of your company, right? So he got like a 5 to 6 times multiple on the profit back in 2021 on his business. It only made like, I think it was 200,000 to 300,000 in profit, and he sold it for almost, I think it was a 6 times multiple in 2021. That's how you know 2021 was insane. Like, the interest rates were all over the place. So basically you had 0 interest on loans. You had free money, like no interest, right? Free money. Therefore, the prices on everything was inflated. So therefore his business was inflated. And I was explaining that to him, like, listen, like, nowadays you're not going to get that kind of multiple. And by the way, your profit is a little bit too small, because his second business does almost the same, like about 200,000 to 300,000 in profit. That's kind of too small. It's just like right on the edge. I think like around 500 in profit is where I'd want to be for a first acquisition. And he didn't seem too motivated. Like, if you want a 6 times multiple, it's not gonna happen, man. It's gonna be so hard for you to find that. So I was like, who the hell like bought your thing for 6 times multiple? It was some kind of strategic guy, strategic investor. They had a company already, and they treated them very well. I was like, you ever considered working with them? He's like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna give it a shot. He wasn't very motivated. And the second meeting, the guy didn't even show up. So I hit about 50 dials today, 50 cold calls. I talked to 0 owners. So where's my counter? Today we're still at 23, man. You know what? Since I talked to that guy in the meeting, 24. We'll make it 24. Anyways, I went to work, and I had one guy, I swear to God, he talked my ear off, man. Oh my God. And I can't be like super rude with the customers. I could be kind of blatant. But something I realized that when some people just ramble on forever and they don't ever want to stop talking and they don't take the social cues, those people are just narcissistic. That has to be it. Like, you're so fixated on what you're saying. No one gives a shit. You're not that important. Narcissism like means like you think you're the most important thing in the world. You know what I mean? So he did say one interesting thing though. He told me he flipped properties, and he would find these properties through a lawyer that would give him foreclosed houses or something like that. He'd give him like a list, and he'd have to pay the lawyer like $500 for a list. And he was complaining about spending $500 on a list. And I'm over here spending hundreds and probably over thousands of dollars on lists. And I'm like, bro, what is he complaining about? It's nothing to complain about. And then when he said that, it clicked in my mind. I remember I read in Donald Trump's book, The Art of a Deal. He was talking about how he would find development deals from foreclosed businesses. So like he would develop buildings in New York City, like tall buildings. So let's say they're doing renovations and the interest rates are too high and something happens with the market and they can't hit numbers, they go bankrupt. The bank takes over that business and they sell it again. Same thing with real estate, it's the same. Now, I don't know if, it makes me wonder, like, to do research, like, what's the process of a bankruptcy? Like, what happens to that business? Like, someone needs to buy it, of course. But sometimes when you go bankrupt, you just, like, go straight to zero. You know what I mean? So maybe there's a person I could talk to that works with, like, bankrupt businesses. And then if it's bankrupt, it's most likely because there's a lot of issues with it, right? Am I in the turnaround game? No, I'm not. So it's a bunch of factors. I don't think it's worth my energy to kind of like go out of the way to figure that out because there's too much on my plate. Let me explain. So I finished work and yeah, man, I ran into this guy. He had a list of deals, like off-market deals, and they were all strictly e-commerce deals, and they were all off-market. As in, they're not listed with a broker on a broker site or anything like that. They're off market. So I'm looking at these deals, and they're e-commerce, man, right? Like one of them made like $700,000 in profit, $5 million in revenue, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, listen, man, I didn't sign any NDAs, right? Matter of fact, let me show you the business. All right, so I'm gonna try to hide some of it, but you see where it says on line 5, Danley Lab, right? Purchase price, $800K. Monthly profit, and then you got net profit for the year, and then you got trailing 12 months revenue. Trailing 12-month net profit versus revenue, 5 million revenue, 700K in profit. Right, now let me show you this. All right, so this is the product they sell. It's like this belt that helps with your back pain. And literally, this is the same belt. You could get it for $4, right? On this site, it's $40. So if you look at like the ads that they make, it's like these really, really like,
if you suffer from sciatica,
like scammy ads, man.
Exercising helps relieve lower back pain and sciatica. Your vertebrae to cram closer together.
Blah, blah, blah.
Between them, there are these gel-like.
Man. I was just wondering, like, what do you really get from buying this business? Like, I could buy this business with no money, but, like, am I getting scammed for that? Like, what am I really getting? I'm getting a website, and I'm getting a product that I could buy for $4, right? So why don't I just do this myself, right? Yeah, so why don't I just do it myself, man? I mean, I could literally take his ads, remake it, take a website, remake it. This product works clearly. Make $700,000 in profit. 700K, man, off of that. It's kind of wild. I'm just like, even if I am to buy this, like, what am I really getting? Why don't I try it? So I'm like looking into it. Listen, don't get me wrong, right? Acquisitions, that's the thing we're doing. LBOs, right? Now, I see different businesses all the time. Like, I'm looking at a different deal right now. These are on-market deals that I'm talking about. The e-commerce are off-market, but I'm mentioning like an on-market deal. I'm always looking at different deals is my point, right? And you always get to like see different perspectives of it. It's like, man, like 700,000 in profit for that? That's insane. So it kind of opened my eyes to it, like, okay, what if I just like test that out? It's the same thing. It's super like, I just don't understand. And then here's where it takes like a left turn. So then I saw my brother, he ordered this like sheet. It's like this silk sheet. He got it off the internet. And next thing you know, it's on my feeds online. So I was like, you know what? What if I just post it and I just try to sell it, right? See what happens. And then next thing you know, this happens. And then this was yesterday, but then today, we did over 600. So, wow. Okay, so then next thing you know, like I just post it and I'm making like hundreds of dollars in sales. And I swear to God, like I actually don't know how much of that is profit. I just saw the opportunity and I took action. And now I'm in the position where like man, I don't even know where to source the product from. It's not on Alibaba, it's not on AliExpress. I mean, it's on Temu, but like you can't drop ship from Temu onto TikTok. And I'm like trying to figure it out. So I don't even know if I'm gonna get that money. But like it's like kind of eye-opening, really. Like if I listen, this is what I was thinking before I even like thought about doing any of this. This is what happened. This is why I got pissed off, right? I saw that this shitty product, right? It makes $700,000 a year in profit. And I'm over here struggling to send out direct mail. You get what I mean? Remember direct mail from a couple days ago? I can't send out the letters to the owners to see if they want to sell their business. I can't even send out the letters. Like, I'm looking at this $500. I'm like, do I want to spend that? And I was like, you know what? What if I, instead of the 500 here, I could spend a 500 over here and potentially leave my job. So I'll free up my time, work more on acquisitions. And then 2, I'll actually have some extra money for direct mail. That was my logic. I was like, okay, I need to try this so I can make money for this and I could like free my time up, right? And boom, that kind of like happens by accident, which is kind of crazy. Guys, I'm being honest, like I don't know how I made that much money. I swear to God. I literally made a video yesterday. I just took a video of my brother's bed. I don't even have the product. My brother bought it. I'm taking a video of the bed and I post it. It only gets like 2,000 views and I got like $100 to $200 in sales. And then today I put $40 of ads and I got like $600-700. Wild. And I don't even think those orders came from the ads. They didn't. They did not come from the ads, man. But one thing's for sure, like I want to leave my job, man. If anyone from work is watching this, I'm sure you guys understand where I'm coming from. Like I don't want to be an employee for the rest of my life. Everyone knows that. In fact, before I even got hired, everyone knew that about me already. It was stated. Like I told him, like, I'm very entrepreneurial. That's just who I am. And frankly, at my job, I know it's a solid sales job, but the cash flow side of it is just it's so wonky, man. I don't know when's my next good paycheck coming in. I don't know. It's that sales thing. It's like you don't get paid until the job is fully done. And if I'm paying you 10 grand, let's say you're an employee at my company, if I pay you 10 G's, but I spread it out over time, am I really paying you 10 grand? You know what I mean? Basically what I'm saying is like, dude, I need a new method because I can't even pay for the direct mail. I can't. So like, how is this gonna work? It's like, it reminds me of the QLA guy. It's like, man, maybe that's part of your personal foundation. It's figuring out the money part, right? So boom, I try that. It works, right? I have another product in mind, which is like mind blower. Like this one could be like insane because I could buy it for like $5, and I could sell it for like 100. And this is the thing about me, man. Like I have that personality. Like I need to analyze myself in these kind of situations where like today I was gonna go ahead and post that new one that I had in mind. And I know that tomorrow, if I post that tomorrow, I would have been getting sales. I know that for a fact, right? But I tried to source it today. And I tried to source this one today as well. And I can't source them. So it's like I'm doing like a new game. It's like I'm changing the plan. And I'm not trying to change the plan, man. I promise you. I saw Bia Heza. He's one of like the biggest drop shippers, right? He had a podcast where he was talking about how he had like 300K made from drop shipping or e-commerce or whatever he did, and he invested it in real estate. And he was talking about how like he kind of regrets investing in real estate and how it's like not that worth it. Man, if I had a couple $100,000 or whatever kind of money I'd have, I'm parlaying every single dime into buying businesses. I believe in it so much, man. I was reading up on the richest man in India, richest man in Mexico. Richest man in Mexico, by the way, he's Lebanese. He's an Arab guy. His parents were immigrants. They were from Lebanon. Listen, I could go on and on for like 20 minutes about these guys, right? But they grow their businesses through buying businesses. And you don't need to have the full price of buying the business in cash. That's the misconception of it, right? I know for a fact that like if I'm able to sell these products, at the very least, I'm able to quit my job, spend more time. I'm able to move out, and I'm able to like, man, the freeing up of time is a big deal to me because I'm sleeping late every single day. Right now it's 12. I slept yesterday at 3 and I woke up at like 7 or something like that. And tomorrow I have to wake up early again. Like I get into these cycles. Like I didn't even get to work out today. And I'm not complaining. I'm just saying like, okay, how do I fix this puzzle? You know what I mean? Like pinning it out. And honestly, I didn't know how honest I wanted to be about any of this stuff, but damn, that shit is real. Like you make money like it's like nothing. Swear to God, like I checked the ads today, by the way. I put 40 yesterday. Today I only spent like $10 on the ads. And I had one conversion. So it's not super organized. I'm not gonna lie. It's not really organized, but it's a given sign of life. So maybe it needs more energy. I don't know. At the very least, if I give a little bit here and I'm able to free up my time as a result, then it's a good enough ROI. And the way I see it is that, man, maybe this is just me being stupid, but the way I see it is that on the weekends, Saturday, Sunday, I can't really hit cold calls because the businesses are closed. And in fact, the cold calls, man, like they work for sure, But like there has to be a faster way of me doing this. There's no way it's this low. There's no way. Right? I'm doing something that's just not clicking. But yeah, man. I mean, there's so many ideas to make money. And I think the e-commerce route is super easy. It's really, really easy, man. Like it's really not hard work if you really think about it. Compared to other stuff, if your point of reference is like working in coal mines, drop shipping is not, it's not shit, man. Probably making a YouTube channel is harder. So like, why can't I just play with this at night and then do that in the morning? Hit my calls in the morning. At night, I can't call anyone anyways, so what am I really doing? I mean, I have an hour for it. I mean, if I have to figure out a bunch of shit, like, I'm saying if it's like automated, like if I don't have to always make new videos every single day, let's just say like I'm able to drop ship it, like the beginning stage before it becomes e-commerce. Bro, what am I saying, bro? It's a whole different business model. I don't even know, man. Honestly, if you're watching at this point, tell me what you think. This really, really is the valley of despair. If you don't know what that is, that's a quote from Alex Hormozy. And at this point is when people like pivot. They start doing different things, man. And I don't want to be like that because I know for a fact I'm going to be buying businesses for the rest of my life. I know that. And I also know that, like, man, I'm a bit too old to be jumping around between things. I'm 22 right now, and I need to have some kind of results. Yeah.